Hey, in this video, I'm going to tell you why I make these videos. I don't really know that I've ever done that. You probably have never noticed this or figured this out. It's going to shock you. But I am not a professional YouTuber. I'm not a professional podcaster. I'm just not. I mean, I don't have a million subscribers. I don't have some extraordinary talent. I don't juggle chainsaws in a Speedo or anything. So there's nothing compelling to go, you got to go see this, I'm not a comedian. I'm not famous. And like my boys, the phrase they use, I'm not uber cute. So there's nothing really compelling about why, you got to go watch those videos or listen to that podcast. No, well, I get that. I'll tell you why I make these videos. First of all, if you've noticed, if you've listened to any of my podcasts or you watch some of my videos, I don't sell you anything. I'm not always pushing our listings on, our RecLand listings to you. I'm not putting links down there for you to go look at this, 400 acre, duck hunting track we got, stuff like that. I'm not doing that. I'm really just providing information and stuff. And I'll tell you the people that I have in mind when I do provide this information. There's a little method to my madness. Number one, it's people that are interested in rural land. They're buying land. They have bought land. They're interested in buying property, and then they use the information that I share. Maybe some of it's helpful, to make good buying decisions, or to help them manage a piece of property, or just, go, I never thought about that when, thinking about my timber, or just to give people ideas and stuff based on what I do. I'm just a humble little land broker, and all day, every day, I deal with land, deal with problems with land, deal with lots of different types of land. And so I just simply share the things that kind of come up. And so the videos aren't edited, polished. They're just kind of raw of what's going on. And most of them are me sitting behind the wheel of this truck. Like right now, I'm on my way to Central Missouri to deal with a property. And so I'm always in this truck going somewhere working on property. That's why most of the videos are like this. So, I'm always thinking of people buying land, owning land, managing land. And I try to share things along those lines. And I get a lot of comments and emails and, DMs and stuff on other platforms, people asking questions about their situation with land. And I'm happy to jump in there and tell them everything I know. And my replies are probably longer than they want, because some of my replies are 3, 4, 5 paragraphs, because, they ask a question that's really got a lot of information to it. And so I just tell them everything I know. Hopefully it's helpful, and people are gracious. They reply, "Hey man, thanks a lot, appreciate that." So I don't make anything off of that. I don't ask for anything from that. So if I can help somebody with their situation in real estate as it relates to primarily rural land, man, I'm happy to do that. Second group I think about are real estate agents. A lot of them watch this stuff, and I find out here and there that they do. I occasionally hear from some of them, but most of them are pretty quiet about it, because real estate people we're sometimes a little pretentious, that our way's the best way, and we know more than everybody else, and we don't want to let on that we listen and watch other people, in hopes of learning something. But I know they're out there. I do know for a fact. And so some of the things I share are business related to the business, about ethics and about the best way to do things, about goofy stuff that goes on in our industry, and hopefully steering people away from things that I think are just overall bad for our industry and not really helpful to the public. And that's our goal, is to provide a service to the public. Yeah, for money, sure. We're doing it for money, but we make that money when we provide service. At the end of the day, that's the thing. So real estate agents I have in mind when I present or make videos and podcasts. And then the other group, it's probably some real estate agents. It's probably people that are interested in real estate, or people that are in real estate that maybe are interested in the rural land side of it, like we do, our little niche. And so, people are curious about the kind of the behind the scenes. That's how I started RecLand Talks, was a behind the scenes look at our humble little land brand. Just telling people what goes on, because it's different. What we do here is much different than what goes on at Century 21 and Keller Williams and Cole and all of that. It's not better, not worse, but different. And how we go about it is different. And I think sometimes that's refreshing to people who've gotten locked into those cliches and stereotypes of the real estate business, and they're looking for something that's a little different, and they find that with our content sometimes. So that's why I make these videos, because what me and a lot of our guys do in our private life, our just day-to-day living, it's related to the land business. I mean, we own land, we manage timber, we hunt and fish, and we work on we do all that. And so it's that hand in glove, So I think people are like that little bit of novelty aspect of it. And so that's the third group I have in mind when I make these videos. Just a humble little land broker, running a land business. All we do is land. RecLand Realty, all we do is land. So that's why I make these videos. And if you fall into one of those three categories, I hope that, some of the videos you watch or podcasts you listen to will be useful and helpful to you. And you can jump in anytime and ask a question, make a comment, and you'll get a response, unless you're just a wacko and just trying to cause trouble if I would ignore you. But most people aren't like that. And you get a response, it'll be from me. It'll be my fat fingers typing it out, so there'll be some typos. But anyway, that's why we make these videos. So if you swerved into us, listen, you got this far in the video, and some of this sounds interesting to you, and you're in one of those three categories, hey, jump in, follow along, and see what comes down the pike. So anyway, thank you very much for listening. Those of you that have subscribed, all 300-400 of you, whatever it is, thank you for that. Maybe one day we'll be at 1,000. That's just an obscene number to me, but we're getting there one at a time. But anyway, thank you for participating. Those of you that have sent questions, really appreciate you. Hope my replies were somewhat helpful. Anyway, appreciate you. Just wanted to give you that little information. Bye.